Well, there was a king sitting in his garden all alone when his brother in his ear put a little bit of henbane. He stole his brother's crown and his money and his widow. But the dead king walked and got his son and said, "Now listen, kiddo, I've been killed and it's your duty to take revenge on Claudius. Kill him clean and quick and show the world what a fraud he is." The kid says, "Right, I'll do it, but I'll have to play it crafty, so no one will suspect me. I'll get on that I'm a dafty." So to all except Horatio, and he counts him as a friend, Hamlet, that's the kid. He gets on, he's round the bend, but because he's not yet willing for obligatory killing, he tries to make his uncle think he's tuppence off the shilling. He takes the wind out of Polonius, treats poor Ophelia vile, tells Rosencrantz and Guildenstern and Marcus bleeding bile, when a troupe of traveling actors, just like 784, arrive to do a special one-night gig in Elsinore. Hamlet, Hamlet, acting barmy, Hamlet, Hamlet, loves his mommy, Hamlet, Hamlet, hesitating, wonders if the ghosts are fraud, and that is why he's waiting. Verse 2. So Hamlet wrote a scene for the players to enact. Horatio and he would watch to see if Claudius cracked. The play was called The Mousetrap, not the one that's running now. And sure enough, the king walks out before the final bow. Hamlet has the proof he needs that Claudius gave his dad the dose. The only problem being now that Claudius knows he knows, so well Hamlet tells his mother her new husband's not a fit one. Uncle Claude puts out a contract with the English king as hitman. So when Hamlet killed Polonius and the corpus was delecti, 'twas the king's excuse to send him for an English hempen necktie. He sent Rosencrantz and Guildenstern to make sure he got there, but Hamlet jumped the boat and put the finger straight on that pair. When Laertes heard his dad was stabbed through the heiress, he came back to Elsinore to sweet hot foot from Paris. When Ophelia heard her dad was killed by the man she's meant to marry, after saying it with flowers she committed Harry-Carry. Hamlet, Hamlet, no messin', Hamlet, Hamlet learned his lesson, Hamlet, Hamlet, Yorick's crust, convinced him all men good or bad, at last must come to dust. Verse 3. So Laertes met the king and he demanded retribution. The king said, "Keep your head and I'll provide you with solution." He arranged for a sword fight with the interested parties, with a blunted sword for Hamlet time, a sharp one for Laertes. To make double sure the old belt and braces line, he made a poisoned sword tip and a poisoned cup of wine. The poisoned sword got Hamlet, but Laertes went and muffed it, because he stabbed himself and he confessed before he snuffed it. Then Hamlet's mummy drunk the wine, and as her face turned blue, Hamlet said, "I believe this king's a baddie through and through." Incestuous, murderous, damned Dane, he said to be precise, and made up for hesitating once by killing Claudius twice. Because he stabbed him with the sword and forced the wine between his lips, he said, "The rest is silence." Then he cashed in all his chips. They fired a volley over him that shook the topmost rafters, and Fortinbras, knee-deep in Danes, lived happily ever after. Hamlet, Hamlet, all that gory, Hamlet, Hamlet, end of story, Hamlet, Hamlet, I'm on my way. If you think this is boring, you should read the bloody play.